we live over there on YouTube. Got the stream over there, TJ. Do it. Keep watching me. What the Heliante? What the Heliberg? What the Heliberry? What the Heliante? Alright, ready to go? Yeah, hold on. Get this. For the artwork for this, we don't use one of the pictures that you took that you snapped up there. Probably I'll probably end up using the one that you got with Ross. Or the other one with you and too Chevy.
Whatever work for you. Bro, come on, man.
You wanna go check on? So did I send you that video with Exhibit talking about that song about DMX's Party Up?
No, I didn't see that.
DMX was responding to Corrupt because evidently DMX, Corrupt, and Foxy Brown, they had a love triangle going on.
Oh, what?
And DMX's Party Up was a response to Corrupt's. Oh my God, I forgot the Corrupt song, but the niggas was beefed out behind Foxy Brown.
Oh.
So like the more and more hip hop just keeps going, like the more and more just shit just keeps like unraveling. And then
Secret society shit.
Yeah, like
yeah, that's
like
crazy.
random beefs that people didn't know about or would have never guessed. Did you see that? Did I send you that, TJ, about Corrupt and DMX? How they were beefing behind Foxy Brown?
I think I knew that. But in all fairness, I mean,
at that time,
Foxy, at that time, Foxy was in her bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, in all fairness, I think I knew that.
I think that's what the Party Up song instead of.
Yeah.
I think that's the one. I think that's how I found out that was a diss track.
And I feel like that's the back door to what these want from Like, I feel like that's the follow-up record to that. I'm telling you, dog. Hip hop is the gift that keeps on giving. That's something classic gave me so much justice. I'm not lying.
2-hour drive just for that dope.
You already know what they're gonna get.
They don't. They don't. Not at all.
And like, yeah, that's why I keep telling some of my other partners down there. I'm like, bro, if y'all didn't go to school at Northwestern or whatever, if you went to school at Northwestern, then you know.
You know, yeah, right.
But,
Hit MLK and it's up.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if not,
One of them nights, I mean, they kept the doors open 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So you can go ball out at the Ben and Johnson.
rest in peace to the band.
Yeah, you can go ball out at the Ben and Johnson, go down MLK, hit Southern Classic, and like I say, it's up.
You good.
Yes, indeed.
I got the line wrapped around.
Man, I remember the days.
When that mic a little closer to you.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, whatever you comfortable with.
Yeah, we good right
Good, TJ?
Yes, sir, Ski.
We good over there, able to intern?
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Good. All right.
No.
Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of The Perspective Podcast. I am your host, Mardy Lee. In the building, all the way down to the end, we got the #1 intern in the world, Ava Hartz is in the building.
What is up?
and then of course TJ is also in the building. Taj and Jamal in the building. Taj, what to do?
What's going on? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday pod, special edition. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying? And today we have a special guest in the building. My dog, family, extended family, Collective Studios family. He's got a lot to talk about today, especially this experience here that he just had. One of the dopest experiences that I've seen, and I'm happy that he's here to share it. My dog Kelvin Green in the building.
What it do?
Yes, sir. So, before we go any further, Tevin is out. He's on another assignment, and Boog is out. He's working on something else too. So, it's me and TJ and the #1 intern in the world, kicking it in the studio today. As always, if you are not following us, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. The YouTube page is Collective Studios 318, and make sure you follow us over there on Instagram at @the.perspectivepod. So, Kel, welcome to the studio, bro. This is Studio E, Collective Studios, bro. Well, you've been here once.
Second time around,
yeah. Second time around.
Yeah, it's second time around, but as your own individual episode, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I appreciate this, man. Hey, thank y'all for having me here, man.
Of course.
No problem at all. So, of course, you were coming off the Rick Ross car show.
Mm-hmm.
What number car show was this?
This was car show number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, car show number 4.
So, of course, this is Rick Ross. This is Next Level. This is high profile celebrity. This is a lot of people around, different cultures, everything in between. You got West Coast culture, you got down South culture, you got Eastern Seaboard culture bringing their cars, you got Florida boys bringing their cars. What was your experience? What was your experience like out there, just kicking it with everybody?
Man, it was unimaginable, man. Number one, it's a car enthusiast's dream, man. It's a playground for a love of the car culture, for a love of hip hop. And what really took me by surprise with this whole event was not only is it catering to these two cultures, but the level of networking that you're able to do at this event was, man, insane.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
So what was about this your first one attending as far as his though?
Yeah, so this is my first one.
Just overall or just
overall.
his? Okay.
Oh, his. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, his. So yeah, this is my first Rick Ross car show. Damn good experience. Definitely exceeded what I expected, and from what I heard just from people who claim that they've been in the past or what I've seen on the internet, man, it just does not fit the narrative of the picture that was painted of the event. Man, I've heard that the event was organized. I heard that, man, it takes 2 or 3 hours to get inside the gate. I heard that, man, it's just pure chaos.
Right. I think I have heard some of the same
Yeah.
same sentiments over the last couple of years here.
Yeah. So I can vouch for car show number 4 being the total complete opposite of that. 57 Freddie and Rick Ross, man, they really shifted the event, man. Shout out to Ricky Rose and shout out to 57 Freddie, man, for delivering on this event, man. And I definitely plan to attend many more.
Right.
You know, I definitely plan to make this a annual thing with my family. You know, so it's one of them events that's like that you look forward to.
Damn right,
Yeah.
damn right. So with your experience here with this one, so you said 57 Freddie. Can you just kind of like shed light on like who exactly 57 Freddie is?
So 57 Freddie is he's like a mogul of the car world. Whether a lot of people know it or not, 57 Freddie is the sole organizer of the Rick Ross Car Show.
Okay.
So he is the one that gets the motion behind, you know, the event. Man, super cool guy. I was able to catch up with him at the event at the car show. I know he was shuffling around, moving a lot, but I was actually able to catch up with him on Sunday and just run it with him and chop it up with him and get his thoughts as to what he thought this event meant to the culture, and not only the car culture but hip hop and music culture as well. And that's actually, I have a reel of that actually posted on my page, on my Instagram page, and I'll be able to drop that name for y'all so y'all can go check that out on IG at the end of this pod. But yeah, man, bro, super solid dude, super humble dude, man, and just, man, like he said, dude, it's for the people. You know what I'm saying? He doing this for the people, man. He doing this for the entrepreneurs. You know, for that unsigned artist that's out there, for the mechanic that's working on everybody's shit in the neighborhood, for the painter and the auto body man in the neighborhood that's fixing everybody's shit in the city. You know, for the guy that's on the back street that hooked everybody music up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what this event is for. You know, for the content creators, you know, for the media groups, for the music producers, like again, for the artists, everybody, man. It's just the networking was insane at this event.
So was that the main thing that you was out there for, like just networking, or did you go out there just for the love of being a part of a car show and doing everything that kind of goes into it, or like what was your like walking into it? What was your plans as far as that goes?
Man, I went out there as a spectator.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. I went out there solely as a spectator, man. It was always one of them things, and I believe when the first year they introduced this, I was sitting at home, bro, just scrolling on IG, and I was just like, man, damn, I want to go to that.
Right.
And just sitting there looking at the ticket costs, I'm like, fuck that, I ain't paying that to go to no car show. Hell no.
What's the range of it? What was the range of the ticket price?
Oh, man, back then I want to say ranging anywhere from $300 to $350 general admission ticket.
Jeez.
Could be wrong, but I want to say that first show was ranging somewhere up in there. Now for show number 4, they did an early bird release, which they released tickets in January, so at the top of the year, and they did a early bird release for general admission tickets, which cost $150.
Okay.
But it was a limit on, it was a certain quantity of tickets that you can purchase at that price point.
Okay.
Then from there it went up to $250.
Gotcha.
That price point, for anybody out there that's watching that, if you have ever been intrigued by this event, I'm just coming back from the Promised Land last Saturday. Go. That $250 is worth it. If you're a vendor, if you got a food truck, man, if you selling merch, man, Spend that $3,500 and go out there and sell your shit, man. I'm telling you, gonna win.
Yeah,
It's an investment. Look at it as an investment and investing in yourself and in your product. And take your brand serious, you know?
Like that. What other things that you kind of see out there as far as, I mean, you named like a lot of, you say like vendors, like mechanics. You saw like people working on music. You see like, was it like a DJ party going on out there at the same time? Like paint that picture for me as far as, because for me, I've never been to a car show, never really thought about it. I just got one dream car, and that's like a 96 Impala. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, for me, I'm just seeing like a lot of very nice, expensive, vintage cars, and everybody walking around just kind of looking at it. So on top of that, like, can you kind of paint that picture of what the scene was like, the atmosphere was like?
Man, there was something out there for everybody, and I feel like
I did hear you say something about family too.
Yeah, I feel like 57 Freddie and Rick Ross, they did a very, very good job as far as putting a event together that kind of reaches out, that taps out to every lane. So I mean, like I said, it's the cars out there for the car enthusiasts. You know, you got the stage and the DJ set up for the admirers of hip hop culture. You got the food trucks out there for the foodies out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you living down here in central Louisiana, right, and it's a food truck that you've been following or a restaurant that you've been following that's located in South Florida somewhere, you 9 times out of 10 you had an opportunity to experience and try this restaurant's food. Gotcha. You know, it was a wide variety of vendors out there, from like I say, food vendors to merchandise vendors to I mean, people out there selling their merchandise for whether they had podcasts or merchandise for the car show itself. Slippery Soap, they had a deal set up. Yeah. You know, just selling their merchandise.
That's dope.
Kelly on Forge, the rim company. Harley Davidson had a setup out there. Man, so you had something for everybody, man. And like it was crazy, you know, just the amount of vendors. And what I liked and what I seen was everybody ate. Everybody ate. You're not gonna leave this event hungry. And I seen it.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
So let's kind of go back a little bit to what actually got you into like the love of cars. Was it something that your pops originally had? Was it something your brother originally had? Was it, you know, of course, us coming from Central Louisiana, Alexandria to be exact, we have a heavy Houston, Texas influence. So was it the slab culture out there? Like what was it that got you into cars?
Man, so there's a number of things that made me develop a love for cars. So I would say the influence from Houston, Texas played a heavy part of that. Really and truly, I'm not going to limit it just to the South, the West Coast as well. And actually, some of the guys that I was talking to at the event, actually BigWhit out of Obsession Car Club, to be exact. Shout out to BigWhit, by the way, and Obsession Car Club out of the West and Atlanta. I was running it with him on Sunday, and I was just expressing my love for the lowrider culture, because y'all being from here, you know what I'm saying, and knowing how it is around in our section, we don't see lowriders every day.
Not
you know what I'm saying? And that's what I was expressing to him. So I'm like, man, like this is the shit to us. You know what I'm saying? And really and truly, it makes you reflect back as a child. Man, you cutting on MTV, you cutting on BET or whatever, you know, coming up in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? You seeing Snoop Dogg on the TV. You seeing Pac on the TV. You seeing Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? You catching the latter part of NWA with Eazy-E. You seeing them boys hopping lowriders and doing this. You seeing Cypress Hill. You seeing Ice Cube and things like that. And then if you shift it to the South, you seeing them boys Fat Pat. You seeing Lil Kiki. You know what I'm saying? You seeing DJ Screw, man, riding them 96 Impalas and riding them Blacks. UGK, man, Ghetto Boys and things like that. So it's just a plethora of things, you know what I'm saying, that just influenced that love. And also what mainly did it for me what's my family, man? My pops. My pops and my uncle, man. Rest in peace to Chicken Green. Man, he just was one just flipping through photo albums and just looking back on how they used to do it back in the day, bro, like in the early 80s, late 70s and stuff like that. Man, my uncle had a 370Z, you know what I'm saying, for every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Just parked out in front of my grandmother's house. Yeah. And my cousin Janay, that's her father, you know what I'm saying, she can vouch for this and tell you, yeah, my daddy was like that when it came to the whips. You know what I'm saying? And even like my pops, bro, as a youngin', bro, just seeing my pops out there, man, sitting out there washing on the car for 2 and 3 hours, man, putting that turtle wax and shit on there, letting that shit into the car. Letting that shit cook in the sun and shit like that, and taking it off. Like, man, that's how that love came into play. So
yeah, I feel that. So have you had a vehicle or anything that you've taken a lot of pride into working on thus far?
Ooh, thus far. Ooh, man. Yeah. And I think you can relate to this one, man. You are very familiar with this as well. But man, the 88 OBS Chevy, which
Old Red.
Yes, Old Red. And for those of y'all who attended Alexandria Senior High from 2007 to 2011, you know what I'm talking about.
Old Red.
Man, Old Red. Yes, I still own that single cab Chevrolet. Just a little backstory on that, man. That was actually my first vehicle that was given to me by my father. So, I currently own 6 vehicles. And
talk about it.
So yeah. But of every vehicle that I own, you know what I'm saying, like that's the one. Like that's my pride and joy. Like you can't take it away from me. And it may not be shit to other people, you know what I'm saying, but it's a shit to me because of the sentimental value that's in that particular vehicle. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, other than that, man, Fox body Mustangs all day long, bro. You know, that's the thing. I'm a Ford guy, so
that was literally gonna be my next question. Because you know, some people have preferences. Like some people are like strictly Chevy, strictly Ford, strictly Dodge. You know what I'm saying?
I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. I actually own more Fords than I do Chevys, but as far as Fords, it's strictly Mustangs. But I don't discriminate. You know, I don't discriminate at all. You know, I love them all, bro. Man, it could be a Chevy, like my man was saying earlier, man, 96 Impala.
Classic.
64 Impala, 67 Impala, man, SS Monte Carlos, Ford Mustangs, you know what I'm saying? Just man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We love it.
So I've always kind of like had this, it's real easy to get these vehicles confused if you're not familiar with like the colors, 84 colors. And then versus the, what you said, the Supreme, SS Monte Carlo?
SS Monte Carlo.
So like, how are those body styles like so similar? I'm not really like into the car world like that, but if you just me naked eye on the street looking, they look kind of like similar. So like, what's really the difference between the two vehicles there?
Just, I mean, manufacturers, maybe difference in the powertrain, with your SS Monte Carlos, I believe those came with 350 engines in them. As far as like color Supremes, I'm thinking it's either 307s. I could be wrong. 307s or something like that. But basically the whole body style, I want to say that's the G body style era. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the whole body style, which is probably in the car culture one of the most sought after bodies, you know what I'm saying, today. You know, everybody, everywhere you go, you're gonna see a G body somewhere. You're gonna see an SS Monte Carlo. You're gonna see a Fofo. You're gonna see a Fofo 2 colors. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see a Buick Regal. You're gonna see a Grand National. You're gonna see a Caprice.
Fleetwood.
You know, you're gonna see Lex. You're gonna see it all. So, man, just basically, all these cars look the same. Just different powertrains and different setups. Some may have more features than others. You know, this one may throw a T-top on their vehicle versus this one won't, and so
rag top it.
Yeah,
some may rag top it.
So,
Go ahead.
kind of like blending the whole conversation with like hip hop and cars, right? So Kendrick, Gen X drop, all right. Whole lot of conversation going on around not only him but the car itself. So for somebody that's in the community or in the culture, how did that look to y'all? Like, was that something that was kind of like, oh shit, like some love getting shown to something that a lot of people don't talk about, or y'all were like, well, we already know about this car, now it's just being put on a different platform?
So with this individual situation right here, it's one of them things. If you know, you know. So anybody that's real deep off into car culture will tell you, man, a Grand National been a hidden gem. You know what I'm saying? Versus now, I think it's more of a trendy thing because somebody has brought light to it. And I mean, that's just opinionated. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Grand Nationals are trendy right now. And I mean, even looking at them, man, you can look at them on the internet versus, all right, let's say 3-4 years ago, you can find your Grand National for 35, 40,000, maybe in mint condition.
Right.
Versus now, K-Dot then put his blessing on it. All right, well, we looking at 80, 90, 100 grand for a car. You know what I'm saying? Been a hidden gem, been a crazy whip, been one of those diamonds in the rough. But like I said, it's a trendy thing now, and everybody's after it because Kendrick shined some light on that particular vehicle. And I mean, that's just my opinion on that.
Power of dot, bro.
Power,
of the culture.
But
power of the culture, it happens, yo.
And look, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know, like, hey, if they dropping light on it and it do numbers, then hey, bro, that's what it's for.
Run it up.
Yeah, run it up.
Yeah, run it up. Sometimes you just never know. Like how that's why I was laughing before you even got to the money for it. I was like, Kendrick didn't say it. You said you can find it for 35, 39. You know what I'm saying? Now 100 bands. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Yeah.
100 bands easy.
That's what hip hop does. So speaking of hip hop and everything just being out there, did they have any like performances? Did anybody perform? I would assume Ross performed. On his lane at his show. So just did anybody else perform, and were there any kind of like game given out from anybody that you just kind of came across?
Oh yeah, it was lots of game that was given out, man. So as far as the performances, that kind of under-exceeded my expectations because based off of what I heard last year, you had a serious lineup of artists. I was told that BigWhit was there. I was told that Boosie performed. I was told that Plies, of course, Rose. You just had a number of artists perform last year. Versus this year, it was limited to only a few. So Nino Breeze, which he's a part of MMG, he performed. Man, I don't know where the hell they found Fabo at, but man, I was so happy. I was so happy to see that, bro, because man, that took me back to my days at Brain, bro. Bet you can't do it like me type shit, man. Like that took me back. Spaceship on Bankhead and shit, like that took me all the way back. So I was so happy to see that. And of course, man, you can't go wrong with Plies, bro. You can't go wrong with Plies, man. He's got the hits, bro. And of course, Rose did his thing. And at first, I was kind of, I'm not going to say disappointed because I was actually looking forward to the performances and seeing, okay, who was going to be there this year.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I kind of understood why it was set up the way that it was set up. So Ross got a lot of recognition for what he does for the county of Fulton County and Fayette County.
Yeah.
And man, you had some state representatives, you know, actually show up to his show and recognize him for his contributions to not only those two counties, but what he do for the state of Georgia.
And that's what's up.
Yeah, it even went so far as, man, they actually declared June 6th, June 7th, whatever day the car show fell on, that day, you know, Rick Ross car show day.
That's fine.
In Fayetteville County, man. So they was giving him his flowers, bro, and I was happy to see that, man. I've been I've been on that train with Rick Ross since 2006, man, when Port of Miami dropped.
Yes, sir.
And I remember, bro, riding with my older brother, man. We riding through Deerfield and shit, and I didn't even know who the hell Rick Ross was until I heard one track on Port of Miami, and that was Pots and Pans. And man,
Yes,
still to this
sir.
day, like I run that shit faithfully today, and that's what kind of got me locked in with Rick Ross music and just following everything. And I haven't missed an album. You know what I'm saying? So
We kind of
I
had
was
this.
happy to see that.
Yeah, I was looking over there.
We kind of had this conversation on Tuesday. For those that don't know and aren't familiar with our show, we record every Tuesday live on YouTube, and the audio and the visual actually is officially released on Wednesday, the following morning. But earlier this week, we were just having this conversation about just rappers, and unfortunately, it was in regards to the Carter Six. But what the bigger conversation about that was how some artists, their music has aged while we've aged, and some artists have aged with us, and like the J. Cole's, the Kendricks, they've aged, but at the same time, you have people like Ross. Like, it's always been grown, it's been mature, it's been about hustle, it's been about advance, it's been about business, it's been about being evolved. And I'm glad that the counties and the representatives there honoring him like that, because shit, he's made his name in Florida, but look, he's getting love, he's getting representative love in the state of Georgia.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. Man, on the topic of Carter Six, dude, have y'all had a chance to check that out?
Yes.
Now?
I can't bring myself to it, not yet.
Oh, you still haven't done it?
I still haven't done it.
Yeah, I have.
Literally, look. So real quick, whenever we were leaving the studio on Tuesday, and whenever we were recording, you know, like sometimes I still listen to XM radio. Literally got in the car, the first song that's playing is Bells. I said, nope. I said, nope. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this, not right now.
Tough, yeah.
We just had literally like a 27-minute conversation about that. But go ahead.
Man. So yeah, in regards to that, I was real happy to see him get his flowers for the strides that he's been making. And the reason what made me so happy about that is remember what I was telling y'all earlier about what I heard, you know, on the outside looking in about the event.
Yeah.
You know, about the residents in the area, you know, complaining, you know, not wanting to see it happen, you know, trying to shut it down and this, that, and the third. And, you know, despite all the backlash and all the hate that we was receiving, or they was receiving, I'm sorry, in regards to this event, look at me now. You know what I'm saying? So I was very, very, very happy to see him get his flowers on something that he's doing for predominantly our communities.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
So that sounds inspiring.
Yeah. Oh man, most definitely, man. And look, if you ain't gonna get shit else from this event, man, you gonna leave that motherfucker motivated.
Right.
So whatever it is you got on your mind to do, you gonna say, man, I gotta go home. I gotta get to it.
I'll be saying
You know
random
what I'm saying?
things sometimes. Like, they got this guy here that be selling like rocking chairs. I know they sell it random. He selling like rocking chairs. Right? And I was like, man, I'm not working hard enough on my craft. If this man is on the corner selling rocking chairs, like, I can be doing a lot more on my craft than what I'm working on. So I can only imagine being in something that's, again, built for us and by us, like walking out of there feeling extremely motivated like that. That's good.
There's not many things like that for us. Not even just like in that vein, but like if you think about what some of those artists may have, right? Just artists, right? Travis had Astro World. Rick Ross has the car show. Cole has Dreamville, which was the last of Coco, the official Dreamville, but now he's morphing it into something different.
Trey with Trey Day.
Trey Day, you know what I'm saying? I think Drake to be true be told too. OVO Fest, you know what I'm saying? But there's not many other things. The Earn Your Leisure guys, they have their Earn Your Leisure or Leisure Fest. I forgot what it's called.
Invest Fest.
Invest Fest. You know what I'm saying? They have those type of things, but it's not. We don't have many, you know, real networking events like that. You know what I'm saying? And we have networking events literally from. They might be in smaller pockets and smaller groups with like tech, like the tech world, or black people. Of course, we'll get together and we'll throw a fucking party. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know there's the Yellow Cup Fest that's going on. There's the Reggae Fest that's going on, and things of that nature. But that's super dope that there's a car fest. But getting back into the car world and stuff like that. So compared to, I know I don't want to give away some things here, but some of the other car shows that you've attended before compared to this one, like of course it's next level. This is business, but what were some things that you could kind of draw comparisons to? Like is there any comparison in between any?
I would say night and day, just due to the caliber of the events. I have attended in my time of being a part of the car culture. I am actually a founder of a car club myself.
Speak on what's the name of the club?
Rolling Apes 318. I founded that back in 2021. So I have been a part of the car culture for some years. Just on the outside looking in, spectating. But man, compared to any other event that I've been to in the past, it's just night and day. Man, everybody it's no secrets. Everybody, if you go up to talk to somebody, or try to get some advice from somebody as to how to do something, or it may be, you may see something that this man has done to his whip that I may want to do to mine. People out there giving game. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is what it takes to get here. This is how it happened. I actually ran into, so as you seen on my IG, I was very, very, very active at the event.
You were moving around.
Yeah, I was moving around a lot. And funny story as to how that happened. So again, man, I attended this event as a spectator, dude. And so we was walking around and we walked past Rick Ross' section of cars, and this nigga had 70 fucking cars parked on the lawn. That was just like his cars, bro. I'm serious, just like that. So anyway, just to kind of give y'all a visual of how this all played out. Me and my cousin, we was walking up to the front of the house. And I didn't realize, it was one of the things, I didn't realize we could get that close to the house.
Man.
I thought like, yo, you was gonna have like a barrier of niggas like, hey, yo, say, bro, you can't come back here, homie.
Too close.
Yeah, whoa, fall back, homeboy. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we on like basically 20 feet away from Rose front door.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And so we walking out, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. So we was walking up, and it's got a Grand National Park like right in front of the crib.
There you go.
So we looking at the Grand National and shit like that, and me and Janay checking out the car and shit, and we just like, man, this shit's super tight. And next thing we know, Rose walking out, coming out the front door, just casual. You know what I'm saying? Just casual. You know what I'm saying? And so he falls out the front door, and dude is surrounded by 7 Muslims, which that shit blew my mind. I'm like, yeah, I know what type of time he on. When you get to seeing certain shit,
heavy protection.
Yeah. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? He just casually, just out walking, spectating everything. So we mob over there to where he was. Well, we mobbing over there like towards the house, and we stop. So just so happened, he stops like 5 feet away from where we're standing. You know what I'm saying? Now keep in mind how Rose is on the videos, on the TV, how you see him on IG, whatever, just goofy, you know what I'm saying, having a great time, living his best life.
Yeah.
This dude is the complete opposite in real life, bro.
He's to himself?
To himself, bro. And it's just like, I never would have, and nothing's wrong with that, I never would have just expected, that from him, because it's like, it's a switch. All right, when the cameras go on, you know what I'm saying, he this very social guy, very energetic guy, just living his best life, like I said. But man, in reality, it's just like, man, I'm self-centered. I'm to me. I'm minding my business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I never would have thought that about him. So anywho, you know what I'm saying? He comes out, he stops, and it has a guy that approaches him, and he chops it up with Ross. And I noticed this guy had magazines in his hand. like old Vibe magazines, old Source magazines,
now.
you know, Complex magazines. Shit I ain't seen since the early 2000s.
You had to
You
be
know what I'm
there.
saying? You
Yep,
just had to
had
be
to be
there.
there.
You had to be there to remember the Source magazines and the Vibe magazines and things to that
Damn.
nature. But basically what homie was doing was collecting all the magazines with Rick Ross on the cover.
That's fire.
Damn.
And he basically said, hey, look, bro, like, this how long I've been rocking with you. And he was just like, man, I want an autograph on the magazine. So Rose signing them up.
Come on now. That's
So-
what's up.
Janay standing behind me, I'm like, hey, yo, I gotta get a picture with this dude. I said, man, like,
Fucking right.
this is one of my favorite artists. Like, dog, I can't even really believe that I'm actually seeing this dude right here. I'm actually at this man's house,
Yeah.
you know, at an event. That shit's crazy. So I'm saying that in confidentiality, you know what I'm saying, to Janay. Not knowing the whole time that this nigga done heard me say, yo, I'm gonna get a picture.
Yeah.
And you know how most
Yeah.
you know how most rap niggas are, most people that's popping on the internet or whatever, they just be like on some shit like, man, I ain't got time for no fucking pictures
They
and all
be
that
up
other
and
shit.
right.
Move around or have security barricading niggas off and
Mush
shit
you out
like
the
that.
way, yeah.
Right.
Dumb
So-
shit.
He signing the magazine, so he finally finished signing the magazines for homie. So he looks over at me and kind of throws his hands up like, yo, what up? Like, you taking the picture or what?
What, yo?
So, you know what I'm saying? I turn around and I look, I'm telling Janay, yeah, snap the fucking picture, snap the picture. So, you know what I'm saying? He sat there and he took a picture, which, man, that means a lot, you know what I'm saying, with a dude to you know, for a person of his caliber. You know what I'm saying? This man has been all over the world. This man has been in the spotlight for man, what, 20 years? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's been 20.
yeah, so man, that just speaks a lot that, you know what I'm saying, despite
Crazy.
all the fame, despite all the popularity, despite what's going on, man, he recognizes at the end of the day, like, yo, I'm still human.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for
They gonna
coming to
come
my
out.
home
Yeah.
and fucking with my event.
Yeah.
So then, man, that speaks value, bro. And it had just a lot of people out there putting you on game. So after all that whole situation happened with Rose, I ended up running into a group actually, community called Buddy Classics, which they are based out of St. James Parish, Louisiana.
Come on.
Come on,
Yeah. So I ended up running into them.
Out the Buddy Classic.
Yeah, shout out to Buddy
Shout
Classics,
out to
man.
Buddy Classics, man.
Man, I ended up running into those guys, and funny story how shit worked. So I followed their page on Instagram probably 6 months ago, and I was walking by and I just seen homie chilling, and I noticed the logo on his shirt. So I circled back. I was like, hey, yo, homie, you from Louisiana? And Buddy was like, yeah, how you know that? And I was like, man, Buddy Classics, right? He was like, damn, how you know that? And I was like, man, you know, I follow you on IG. And you know, Buddy is a real big, like, advocate in the car culture as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's been in this shit for a while. So, man, me and him chopping it up, we got to drop a video together. And, I mean, even to this day, you know, week after that, man, we've been hitting each other every day. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's real big into content making. And, you know, he bouncing game off me as to, okay, well, if you're going to tap into this lane, you know what I'm saying, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to go about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's people like that, you know what I'm saying, that are at these events. It ain't nobody that's pump faking. It ain't nobody that's withholding shit because I'm afraid that you're going to tap into the same lane that I'm in and you're going to take off. You know what I'm saying?
That hating shit.
Yeah, that hating shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Buffet for everybody, man.
It is,
Yeah,
man.
and that's everybody's approach, man. Man, I ran into some really good people out there, man. Like, again, shout out to Buddy Classic, shout out to 57 Freddy, man. Shout out to BigWhit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Obsession Car Club. Shout out to Blue Label, them boys out of Miami. Shout out to my boy Verse, man. My dog out of New Jersey, man. Real influential cat, bro. And yeah, me and him actually got a chance to chop it up at the car show, man. Real good dude, super tight dude. And man, just shout out to everybody that was just dropping game. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no bullshit that they feeding y'all. You know, these are people who's big time influencers on social media. You know what I'm saying? These are people, these are music moguls. You know what I'm saying? These are people who've been in the game no matter what the avenue is for a long time. And they got the following and they got the backing to validate what they talking about.
Go about it.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Just a couple more things before we go ahead and wrap it on up. How did the ladies represent for the car show?
Question.
Because I'm literally like, as time is starting to go on a little bit more, I'm seeing more and more women pull out their slabs. More and more women, of course, Florida and Georgia, they call it like the dumps or the dunks. You know what I'm saying? Like they represent. So how did the ladies represent for the show?
Had some cleaner shit than the men.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Hey, the game can change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the game can change, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't so much of, okay, well, that's a dude's thing. Nah, bro. These women out here building these hard-ass cars, too.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You had women out there pulling up in Caprice Classics, sitting on Forgiatos,
Mm.
LS Motors underneath the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sundown Subwoofers slapping in that motherfucker. You got them pulling up on Harley Davidsons and shit. You know what I'm saying? Custom bikes with easily $100 grand in their bikes.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Pulling up in the big
ladies.
trucks, pulling up in the exotics, pulling up in the dunks, pulling up in the lowriders. So yeah, they coming. They coming. Oh yes, yes sir.
I always see like again, Nay's love for cars, and one of the things I always wondered was like, that one what got into it, like, but you already kind of spoke to that. But like a woman's touch is like a woman's touch. So I always kind of wondered too, like, damn, what's her car? What's the one car that she would like build with, that she will fuck with, like customize to like be her own thing? Because Nay is such a like what she's passionate about, like, right?
Yes.
And like the way that you're passionate about how you're talking. I always say one of my favorite things is like learning people's vices and what it is that they love, because like they nerd out about it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for you to say that as far as like the women go, like, is this something that stood out to you specifically from one of the ladies out there?
Oh man, I would have to get her name. But I know she's real big on IG and YouTube. I know it was looked like a brown Caprice, and she actually had the car repainted. And I wish I had my phone on, I could look it up. But man, sitting on Forgiatos, and once I look it up, I'll be able to drop her ad name. But man, she was at the show holding, and it's just like, bro, you would see like dudes out here, bro, with badass cars,
Right.
like hounding this girl, like yo, and not on some trying to shoot at her, like trying to, you know what I'm saying, not on the weird shit, but like admiring like how clean her ride is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, you got some women that are definitely deep off into this culture, and not only this lady in particular, but man, they had several out there. You know, a bunch of ladies that I'm not familiar with, man, pulling up in some clean ass lowriders, and I'm talking about, man, at the show hopping them motherfuckers.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's women are holding in the game, bro, for real.
Were you speaking in regards to the lady in the yellow dress?
Yes.
I literally saw that video last night.
Yes.
I literally saw that video last night. That's crazy.
And man, it's like my memory is just not serving me good, because I done seen several of her videos. I didn't check out her IG. It's just like, man, her name is just not registering to me. But once I look that up, I'll be able to drop her ad name.
Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to you.
And you know who you are.
No, like dead ass, because somebody was asking her. They was like, you ain't got that bang in the trunk. She was like, hold on, wait, like watch this. Then dog, like she
validate my point.
She played Gucci Swing My Dog.
To validate.
The light skinned chick?
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. I figured her name too.
But you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, bro. But she is a prime example of women in the game, bro. And I remember I was watching the video because she had just recently painted and redone her car for this car show.
That's fine.
And I remember watching one of her videos saying that, yo, I got to get my shit right for Rick Ross Car Show. And you know what I'm saying? We're not going to spoil it. Y'all just going to see it. You got to pull up to the show to see it.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
And what I like about that, man, when it comes to this car shit, man, me and Janay is like the female version of me when it comes to this car shit. I
Right.
swear, like literally, we are the same person when it comes to this. And just being able to have her see other women, you know what I'm saying, doing their shit in the car game,
Right.
like, bruh, like that's motivating her. Like, okay, well, I got to get my shit because, man, look,
Hell
I want to
yeah.
be out there with her.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my big cousin gonna do it. I already know. So,
Nay, you overdue to be up here.
man,
Nay,
You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to it today.
Man.
But, you know, duty calls, yo.
Yeah, shout out to my
And
cousin.
thank
man.
you for what you do, Nay. You helping the
Please,
world.
yeah, for
Helping
real.
the
You know what I'm
world.
saying?
Oh, bro, go crazy story about that. I'm glad you said that. And I know we gotta wrap it up. But
I got a couple more. I got
Yeah,
a couple
so,
more.
yeah, me too.
okay, cool. Let's do it. So speaking of saving the world, and man, this was so major because it was recognized by some of the event organizers. So I'm not gonna drop no names, but it did have someone suffer from heat stress at this event. Man, it's Fulton County, Georgia, bro. It's hot as a
Hell yeah.
bitch out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And excuse my French, but it was hot, man.
Yeah.
And we had somebody that suffered from a heat-related illness, you know what I'm saying, that kind of set him back. Wasn't nothing major, but Janay is a registered nurse.
Yes, she is.
Just so happened to be in the vicinity when this shit went down.
Duty calls.
Responded to it immediately.
That's what I'm
She's
talking
way
about.
out of her element. You know what I'm saying? Way out of her element. But it could have been like, well, fuck it, I ain't at work.
True that.
But you know what I'm saying? She's seen somebody, you know what I'm saying, in distress, so needed help, whatever. And acted on that.
Come on, man.
Come on.
And you know what I'm saying, bro? And the people were so grateful for that.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about
Right.
ain't no panicking, ain't no nervous, like, hey, yo, she need this, and that. You know, hey, somebody get this, get that. Like, had the whole fucking scene under control.
That's knowing your
You
shit.
know what I'm saying? That's knowing your shit. Yeah, that's being knowledgeable of your craft, like
Yeah,
you say.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
So
One time for Nate, bro.
Yeah.
one time,
Yeah.
hey, man, that was big,
Yeah.
and I was proud of that. I'm like, yeah, that's my cousin, super nurse and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
But yes, indeed, man. That was man, it was a hell of an experience, man.
So I just got one more thing. In regards to you spoke about Freddie, you spoke about Buddy, and really two more things. Was there anybody else from Louisiana that you ran into, or that you just recognized, or did anybody else from Louisiana represent that just stood out?
Yeah, man. So actually, man, you had Alexandria in the building.
Come
Other
on.
than outside of myself, yeah.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah, we claim him as Alexandria, but you know, he's from the outskirts of the city.
He Alexander.
Yeah. If you Central Louisiana,
Yeah, and man, no matter if you from Marksville, you from
Yeah.
Bunkie, Mansur, you know what I'm saying, Natchitoches, whatever,
Boys,
man.
alright.
Yeah, we had some representatives from Natchitoches, man. I ran into Hollywood Ken. Shout out to Hollywood
Yeah,
Ken. Shout out to
Hollywood
G
Ken.
Plans. Was able to chop it up with him. Shout out to Kevin Moore. You know, I was able to chop it up with him at the show. So, man, look, man, Central Louisiana was representing, bro, pretty
Right.
deep.
Look at us on the
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. And what I liked the most was, man, it was all love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, and you know, we all know sometimes showing love ain't the popular thing to do in the eyes of some people. But bro, it was all love out there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will recognize me, or I recognize somebody. I'm going to holler at them. Hey, yo, man, what it do, bro?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It was love. It wasn't none of that weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that. So that's what I was proud of, bro. So
And go ahead, TJ.
I'm about to say, we got one question from the comment series from Bug. Shout out Bug. Like I said,
Book was good.
This question was, does the car culture change from place to place, like across like the regions, north, south, east, west?
no. It's remotely all the same in terms of what cars are being built. But what, as far as like customization and the things that go on these vehicles, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes the difference. Like, let's take Alexandria, for instance. So you can walk out this door right now, right? And you can see at least 4 or 5 cars riding around here on swingers.
Facts.
Yes.
Okay? The further down south you go, the less and less and less you see that. Just as like, okay, you go to Houston, everybody riding swingers.
That's a fact.
And bowls.
And yeah, but you go out west, you go out to Cali, you go out to Vegas, you're not seeing swingers. You're seeing Dayton's.
Right.
Versus, okay, you're not really seeing that down south. You know what I'm saying? Versus, all right, well, we may be riding air ride suspension on our vehicles for when we pull up, we hit a switch and we drop the whole body of the car down to the ground.
Right.
Versus if you go out west, you know what I'm saying? Them boys hitting switches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They hopping front, back, side to side. So yeah, it does differ from coast to coast, and it just depends on your section, man. You know, certain people like certain things. Certain shit in certain sections are frowned upon. Certain shit in certain sections are embraced. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, I hope that kind of answers the question somewhat.
So yeah. Well, so I actually think you kind of answered it a couple times earlier, but just wanted to, like I said, shout that out and get like a definitive one on there. So one last one for me. Of course, hearing your love and your conversation about Rick Ross, saying that you grew up with him. Favorite album?
Ooh, damn.
I can make it easier if you want me to, but
Make it easy.
top 3.
Okay. Ooh, from any certain order?
That's making it more tough, but sure.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna just give you my favorite 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Mastermind.
Yep.
Port of Miami 1.
That third one. It's tough to squeeze out some dope ones.
Yeah. He got some shit.
Fuck.
Ross got some shit, man. Even like mixtapes.
Fuck.
Even mixtapes that should have been albums. Like,
Rather you than me.
I like it.
Rather you than me. And that one was hard because Mastermind. Well, I'm gonna just kind of give you the reason behind my madness. So,
Please.
Port of Miami 1 was the bar. You know what I'm saying? That's what put everybody to that sound.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Mastermind to me gave me mixtape vibes.
Yeah.
Gave me, cause man, like he was really cooking on that motherfucker in terms of the tracks. Rather you than me, he gave you classics as well, but I mean that was hard because man, you got God Forgives and I Don't, you got Teflon Done, and just so many more. You got Port of Miami 2. Man, you got just so many more. So it's really hard, but yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with Mastermind, Port of Miami 1, and I'm gonna go with Rather You Than Me.
I like it.
Neither one of them.
I like it. So, you know what I'm saying? You spoke about 57 Freddy. You spoke about Buddy Classics. And you spoke about some of the locals. Speak a little bit more about Wit. Speak a little bit more about Wit.
Man, that's my motherfucking man. Shout out to BigWhit, man. That dude showed me love from the time I met him to the time I left Atlanta, man. Shout out to Obsession Car Club, bro. Man, as a unit, man. Whether y'all on the West, whether y'all in Atlanta, wherever y'all are in the world, man. Shout out to y'all boys because Jimmy's and Lowriders, where I was last Sunday, man, was a movie.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to BigWhit. So, little story on BigWhit. I did meet him at the car show this past Saturday, and didn't know this dude from the Man on the Moon, bro. And he was talking about his car, the 57 Bel Air, the Dodger car,
Oh yeah.
as they say. I didn't realize how much history was behind that car. So that car is crazy. And again, I'm gonna drop his @ name so y'all can go check out the car on his IG. Man, crazy custom work. Man, crazy amounts of chrome. You know, the switches on the car. That car is immaculate. And what's even crazier about the car is that car was actually driven by Ice Cube on Dodgers Field on opening day.
Oh damn.
With the World Series.
With the World Series. Yeah, so you seen that's BigWhit Slow Rider.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah. And dude, I didn't know it until he told me. And people will tell you anything. And I'm just, when he was telling me that, I was just kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But look, I went to check out his socials, bro, and I was like, God damn, like, homie wasn't lying, bro. Like, this shit is crazy. Yeah, bro, and just getting to kick it with like Cube and stuff like that, and man, just him running his stories to me, man, just about how it was back in the day, especially back out west, because I believe Whit is from LA originally, and just kind of telling me about LA culture, car culture, and lowrider culture out in California and stuff like that, and just how that was. And man, Whit is a very crazy dude, bro, but man, probably one of the most down to earth people you'll meet.
Damn.
So I definitely plan on staying in touch with him. Man, Whit, man, if you're watching this, man, make sure you tap in with me, bro. Stay locked in, please.
Damn right. Damn right. Well, that's good, man. It looks like it sounds like a lot of networks, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of universes were crisscrossed in a good way. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a lot of good politics happen.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like I said, it's not many events that we have from like Rick Ross's car show, and then the other festivals that go on.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Leisure Fest. You know what I'm saying? Or Invest Fest. Invest Fest. You know what I'm saying? Like we need more diversity. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. So.
Especially when people are letting us in the room.
Yes.
And to add on to what you're saying, man, I'm gonna say this. Man, to all the unsigned artists out there, to all the content creators, to the nigga in the hood that's painting everybody's car in the city, to the nigga that's hooking up everybody's music, to the man that's building everybody's motor in the city. You know what I'm saying? To just anybody, that's got their own brand, that's got merch. Man, start taking these chances. Man, rub shoulders with these people. Cause man, you never know what may not come out of these opportunities. Never know. Man, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that I would be able to even so much as have conversations with some of the people that I had conversations with, let alone hang out with them.
Man, look, if you haven't done anything, you've inspired me to say, we're putting that on we're putting that on our calendar for next year.
Man,
you know
please,
as the unit. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
let's do it.
Whole
Let's
gang,
do it.
the
Let's
whole
do it.
gang, the whole studio. We're gonna put that on our list to do next year. You know what I'm saying? So we can go out there and you know what I'm saying, go get some footage. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk to who we can talk to. Thank you. You know what I'm saying, for coming through and sharing.
Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? Sharing that game. So, and then so shout out to Rolling Apes.
Shout out to Rolling Apes.
That's the car club. Tell us about the hat that you're rocking tonight.
Man, so this hat is actually designed by my dog JP, man. Shout out to my boy P. This is VerdeStock, man. Make sure y'all tap in with him. Based out of Alexandria, Louisiana, man. Alexandria's very own. Man, my brother couldn't be here today due to a situation that he had to go take care of, but he would have loved to be a part of this, to elaborate on the brand some more. But man, very, very, very dope merchandise, man. Make sure y'all tap in with P to get it.
P, this your invite, big dog. You know you welcome over here. You know what I'm saying? We got space for you. Come kick it with us, dog.
I sure was peeping that joint. I was like, what is this shit? Like, I'm trying to read the back and everything. Like, that's fire.
It's fly shit.
Yeah,
it's
man.
fly shit.
P got some dope stuff. He
got some dope stuff,
hats,
for sure.
jackets, tees. I actually have the tee with the VS and then the globe on the back.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah,
put me on.
Same brand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's another connection with the old studio.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha.
Up in there too. So, but yeah, P, this your invite, big dog. We can't wait to have you on. So we're actually gonna put that link for P's story.
Yeah, we're gonna drop
in the
that
description.
for
We're gonna
P,
make sure we show you love. So, Taj, you got anything else before we wrap it up?
Nah, man. I just want to say again, nice seeing you again. You know what I'm saying? Nice chopping up with you.
Likewise.
I mean, the way that you came in and explained everything. Because again, when we got the call that this conversation was going to happen, first thing I thought was like, well, like, I mean, what's not to be rude, disrespectful, but like, what's the big deal about like talking about a car show? You know what I'm saying? So with me coming in with wondering like what this was going to be and what it was going to be said, like I'm walking out like, oh hell yeah, like this is like a completely new world for me right now. So thanks for coming through and sharing that with us, bro. Like for real, like you really like dropped some game on some shit that I was unfamiliar with. So
yeah, it's a whole new world.
Man, I appreciate y'all boys for having me, man. Like it feel good to be home and feel good to get back in my element and be able to come in and do things with y'all like this. I see, man, Y'all popping on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Y'all delivering from week to week. So I'm happy to be a part of this,
Weekly,
man.
audio
Yes.
and visually.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
sir. Make sure you tap in, man.
Yeah. Number one intern in the world, Ava Hearts. We got anything down there? Anything else in the comments?
No.
Nope.
You
Nothing
good?
else going on?
She was over here on the work. You got a question?
I did. I forgot it
You forgot it.
It's all
Keep
good.
it rolling. Keep
Yeah,
it
it's
rolling.
all
I like that.
Well, Kel, we definitely appreciate you coming through, stopping time, kicking it with us, giving us some game, you know what I'm saying, and sharing your experiences, your perspective with the Rick Ross Car Show, so, you know what I'm saying? So, man, we look forward to having you back. You got an invitation to come back, come kick with us, you know what I'm saying? No matter,
I look forward to being
maybe
back.
you can tell us, you know what I'm saying, how to build a motor or something, you know what I'm saying? Get the camera rolling on that. So, but yeah, until next time, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of the Perspective Podcast. This was episode 65, by the way.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So 65 of the Perspective Podcast.
Wow.
Thank you for coming through, Kel. Until next time, y'all, we out of here. Love it.
How long? How much time?
That might be like, maybe like an hour and
Man, what's that?
an hour plus 4. It's all good. Oh, damn. It's all
Yeah,
good.
Hour
Yeah, hour 5. It was like